Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to TCG Thursdays, where we play card roguelikes, card games, any kind of strategy game that has something to do with cards. This is part 2 of Captain Dawnstar. Dawncaster. God. Captain Dawncaster, which is a weekly trial. It's one of the many different weekly trials that are on Dawncaster. It's an alternative way to play the roguelike, where you're given a special setup and you're given a set of parameters and rules, and you try to score as many points as you can within the parameters. So we had very good luck with the second version of Captain Dawncaster, and we had enormous numbers of trouble with the longsword version of Captain Dawncaster. So that's what we'll be playing today. I'm really certain that I'd have no problem beating it with the Tower Shield version. It's just so much more powerful. But I like challenges and I like difficulties. Now, there's a couple of things to know about this version of the game. I'm talking before I start it. Hopefully voiceover won't get in my way. Because in this version of the game, you get more points for putting pieces of gear in your deck that have armor. You also get bonus points for not exceeding 20 cards in your deck, so you can't overload your deck. You also receive bonuses for completing the game. So there's all these really cool kind of bonuses you get for the weekly trial, depending on how you perform. But what I've learned is when you try to play by the rules, it's gonna be the end of you, because the enemies have a really, really nasty buff that makes them hit like trucks. They get a bunch of anger, they hit really hard, and they will finish you. And if you get stuck in some of the more fun, if not more difficult expansion packs, like Hero's Graveyard, even the Sunfall Meadows, some of the enemies there, especially the bosses, really benefit from anger. And they'll get that bonus and they will own you. So I have to say, for the most part, it's fun, it's challenging, and it's definitely entertaining to play Captain Dawncaster as a weekly trial. And I look forward to all the new weekly trials. Might I suggest maybe a Spider-Man version, a Thor version? I mean, the possibilities are endless, as they say. Anyway, I've got my wonderful Dawncaster smoothie to keep me company here today as we get started. So voiceover is going to be talking over me, so let's go ahead and get started.
Visit our store. Rewards and visit our new game. Visit our store. Rewards and progression. Bounties. Letterboards. Run history in the weekly challenge. Return to menu. Open side menu. Weekly trial. Weekly trial. Letter archives. Start weekly challenge. Captain Dawncaster.
All right, Captain Dawncaster time.
I can do this all day. Starting setup. Class. Warrior. Starting card. Shield throw.
Another thing that makes me a little weak is that I don't have a very high level warrior, so it's hard.
Weapon. Weapon power. Fortified weapon.
That is going to be our special fortified weapon.
Minimum game version. 1.13.0. Previous. 1 of 2 setups. Next. Start challenge.
I'll start it.
Next portrait.
Okay, here we go. It's going to be a little quiet playthrough today. I didn't get much sleep last night, so I'm just going to use all my faculties just to think about strategy. So I might be kind of quiet, but I'm here.
Previous portrait. Randomize name. Discord username. Game. Difficulty. Normal. Challenging. Hard. Impossible. Close run start panel. Starting area. Heroes Rest Cemetery.
Uh-oh, Heroes Rest. Not as bad, not as bad.
Previous starting area. Next starting area. Malignancies %. Randomize affixes. Start game. Randomize a fix. Start game. Start weekly challenge. Press to continue. Press to continue. Heroes Rest Cemetery along Hangman's Road lies the foreboding the long way around. 5. The long way around. Heroes Rest the old wooden wheels creak as the carriage comes to an abrupt halt. Continue. Driver, this is as far as I'll take ye. Stranger, the carriage driver says through crooked teeth. We stay away from the cemetery. Legends speak of the Pale Warden, a necromancer who despises the living. The dead there don't sleep soundly enough for my liking. The dead? Driver, the dead. The driver repeats grimly, turning his attention to the crumbling stone and wrought iron graveyard gate. Beyond, rows of tombstones stand silently in various states of disrepair. Continue. Driver, it may look quiet now, but I've seen it come to life if you'll pardon the expression. Shambling corpses, whispers just beyond your ear's reach. The old man narrows his eyes, deepening the creases in his weathered face. Continue. Driver, this ain't no resting place, warrior. If anything, it reminds me of a prison, and I've seen enough of those to know the difference. The gilded summons? Driver, the driver meets your eyes and says, it's not for me to say, ellipsis, but this whole gilded summons business sounds like foolishness to me. We shouldn't go poking demons just because some fickle god tells us to. Let them fight their own battles, I say. Where do I go? Driver, it ain't far, friend. Just through those gates you'll find Brightcandle. I suppose that'll be where they expect new recruits to report in. I stay well clear of the fortress. Best to avoid confusion. Wouldn't want them mistaken me for, ellipsis, well, someone like yourself. I can handle myself. You gain 15 gold. Driver, the driver tips his wide-brimmed hat to you. I meant no disrespect, he says. I'll return what's left of your fee as I couldn't take you all the way. Just watch your back, friend, or else unfriendly eyes will watch it for you. Leave. Exploration. Use weapon power. Fortified weapon. When you use your weapon power, start your next combat with armor equal to 3 times your level and fortified.
So just like the version 2 of the Captain Dawncaster, we have shield throw, which gets powered up, and if it's played from a flanking position, we get a copy of it in our hand the next turn. The thing that makes this particular shield throw attack action strong is how much armor you have. So you're looking to bring armor in, but you can't get too one-dimensional because, again, you need some ways to survive because the enemies are going to be pretty brutal. So I'm going to try to keep to the armor specification, but I've not done too well with this particular weekly trial version. So I'm going to do the best I can to survive, but I don't think we're going to get much farther than the end of this particular zone. But hey, that's what the fun of it is. All right, let's go for it.
Character info. Player gold 35.
I'll let you hear my deck. Give me a second.
Character info. Use weapon power Use weapon power Character info. Player gold 35. Player health 70. Show deck. Current shield throw. Imp STR1. Deal damage equal to your armor. 0. Flanking. Conjure a shield throw at the start of your next turn ranged. Uncommon. Flanking. Flanking triggers when this card is played from either the leftmost or rightmost position in hand. Block. Neutral 1. Gain 3 armor utility. Common. Armor. When dealt damage, take 1 less damage per stack of armor. Armor fades at the start of the turn. Block. Longsword. Neutral 1. Deal 2 damage. Gain 2 armor. Upgradable melee. Common. Armor. When dealt damage, take 1 less damage per stack of armor. Armor fades at the start of the turn. Upgradable. This card can be upgraded and improves the card in unusual ways.
We'll also receive bonus points for upgrading our longsword up to a certain number.
Longsword. 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 Surge of strength. Gain SDR and 1 health. Utility. Common. Surge of strength. Gain at the close deck list.
That's it. Very simple deck, but really hard to get something rolling.
Close deck list.
I found that Butter Up works really well. We'll try to get that card right away. It's very helpful.
Close deck list.
We'll try to take advantage of Stagger. It's like our version of Poison. It's really nasty.
Close deck list. Show deck. Current cards in deck. Shrine A strange statue stands out from its surrounding. Skullwing opportunity treasure. Traps or trek. Skullwing moth. Shrine A strange statue stands out from its surrounding. Shrine A strange. Shrine of Radiance. The angelic features of the stone statue. Shrine of Radiance. The angelic features of the stone statue tower out from its pristine pet. Investigate. Infuse the energy of a card. Add a surge card. Infuse the energy of a card. Select card. Block. Neutral 1. Block. Neutral 1. Longsword. Neutral 1. Deal. Shine of Radiance. You offer the statue a card and the dancing lights pause. Then each beam centers on your hand, quickly merging into a blinding white beam. After a brief moment, the lights resume their lively dance, having turned the card's natural energy into a humming power. Continue. Longsword upgraded. Card modified. Longsword. +1. Neutral 1. Deal *3 damage. Gain 3 armor. Upgradable. Melee basic attack. Common. Armor. When dealt damage, take 1 less damage per stack of armor. Armor fades at the start of the turn. Upgradable. This card can be upgraded and improves the card in unusual ways.
Got a nice little +1 to our longsword. And that's what we're looking to do. We'll get bonus points for those upgrades at the end of our run, because we're evaluated for how much we play by the rules.
Longsword. +1. New exploration. Show deck. Current cards in deck. 11. Campsite, a brief respite from the perils of that. Campsite, a brief respite from the perils of fresh grave, a rather unremarkable grave. Campsite. Show deck. Player health. Show deck. Campsite, a brief. Campsite, a fresh grave, a rather unremarkable. Area status. Disturbed. Fresh grave, a rather. Fresh grave, a rather. Undisturbed grave, a rather undisturbed grave. Open the grave. Undisturbed grave, you dig into the shallow grave, quickly uncovering a small stash of items. Continue. Card added. Card obtained. Exploration. Longsword. Philosopher's Stone. Neutral 1. Conjure a random free card of the color you spend to cast this card. Scholar. Conjure 2 instead. Charges. 2/2. Item. Legendary. Treasure. This card is part of the treasure pool and can be found through various events. Scholar. Your deck contained 20 or more cards at the start of combat.
This is cool. I haven't gotten this card in a long time.
Longsword. Philosopher's Stone. Neutral 1. Conjure a random free card of the color you spend to cast this card. Scholar. Conjure 2 instead. Charges. 2/2. Item. Legendary. Treasure. This card is part of the treasure pool and can be found through various events. Scholar. Your deck contained 20 or more cards at the start of combat.
I can see this card working really well with Potion Satchel. This is nice. This is a good start.
Philosopher's Stone. Area status. Disturbed graves. Stacks 1 undead in the area. Gain 1 anger for every grave you Settings. Settings. Area status. Campsite, a brief respite from Skullwing Moth. The bony moth is barely able to. Opportunity. Player gold 35. Opportunity treasure. Opportunity treasure. Fallen soldier A. Fallen soldier A. Skeleton when highly oxidized yet impressive armor sits against a nearby stone. As you walk past, an ivory hand suddenly grasps at your weapon. Plies, a hollow howl escapes from the undead's broken jaw. Ellipsis.
Love these. I love this avocado smoothie. So good. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to cough into the microphone. I feel like now coffee would be absolutely perfect. All right. Just give me a second. Just tidying up a bit. All right. Now we're good. That was so good. I look forward to that smoothie every day. All right.
Inspect the armor. Remove a basic attack. Give it a inspect. Fallen soldier A. Skeleton when inspect the armor. Remove a basic attack. Push the skeleton off. Remove a basic. Inspect the armor. Fallen soldier, you recognize the armor as belonging to the Stilgard. Mercenaries with a strict code of honor, usually guarding a wealthy merchant or ambassador. The many decorations on the oxidized armor suggest this soldier held a high rank within the order.
That's a new bit of wrinkle of lore.
Salute the warrior. Take the armor. Take the armor. Fallen soldier, you carefully remove the armor from the skeleton, but despite your best efforts the dusty bones collapse as soon as you relieve it of its rusty carapace.
Please tell me I got the armor.
Continue. Continue. Card added. Card obtained.
Yay!
Longsword. +1. Neutral 1. Deal star 3-star damage. Gain 3 armor. Upgradable. Melee basic attack. Common. Armor. When dealt damage, take 1 less damage per Philosopher's Stone. Heavy armor. STR1.
Ooh.
This combat. Gain 5 armor at the start of the turn. Enchantment. Rare. Armor. When dealt damage, take 1 less damage per stack of armor. Armor fades at the start of the turn.
This is excellent. This is also something we can enchant with Baldwin. This is really cool. This is gonna be making this particular run a little better here.
Heavy armor. STR1. This combat. Gain 5 armor at the start of the exploration. Settings.
That's excellent.
Area status.
That's
Disturbed
a good
graves.
grab.
Stacks 1 undead in the area. Settings. Settings. Area status. Settings. Area status. Restless ghoul brains. Skullwing Moth. The bony moth is campsite. A brief respite from the player gold 35. Camps. Skullwing Moth. The bony moth is barely able to lift its weight. Skullwing Moth. The enemy gains disturbed graves enchantment. Enemy gains enraged enchantment. Enemy gains werebeast enchantment. Your turn. Block. Neutral 1. Gain 3 armor. Action. Common. Armor. When dealt damage, take 1 less damage per stack of armor. Armor fades at the start of the turn. Player health 70. Show deck. Player energy. End turn. Character in block. Neutral 1. Gain block. Neutral 1. Gain. You gain 3 armor stacks. Longsword. Neutral. Shield throw. Bonus. Imp STR1. Player status. Armor. Shield throw. Bonus. Player status. Armor. Shield. Longs. Block. Character info. Block. Long. Shield throw. Bonus. Imp ST. Enemy takes 3 damage. You gain shield throw enchantment. Character info. Block. Longsword. Player health 70. Show deck. Player end turn. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy playing cards. Buzzbite. You gained 1 infected stacks. Flyby. You block the damage. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. End turn. Character shield throw. Heavy armor. STR. Longsword. Heavy armor. STR1. This combat. Gain 5 armor at the start. You gain heavy armor enchantment. Shield throw. Longsword. Longsword. Surge of strength. You heal 1 health. Longsword. Neutral. Player status. Heavy. Longsword. Shield throw. Longsword. Enemy takes 2 damage. You gain 2. Shield throw. Bonus. Enemy takes 2 damage. You gain shield throw enchant. Character info. End turn. Enemy turn. End turn. Enemy playing cards. Buzz bite. You gained 1 infected stacks. Flyby. You take 1 damage. Enemy gained 1 evasion stacks. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. You gain 5 armor stacks. End turn. Character info. Shield throw. Longsword. Neutral. Philosopher's Stone. Neutral 1. Conjure a random free card of the color you spend to cast it. Surge of Strength. Gain SDR and 1 health. Longsword. Surge of Strength. You heal 1 health. Longsword. Neutral. Longsword. Longsword. Shield throw. Bonus. Longsword. Longsword. Lust for battle. Fury grants extra anger for each attack card held by your foe. 0. Add 2 Fury cards to your discard pile. Conjuration. Uncommon. Longsword. Lust for battle. Fury grants extra anger for each attack card. Character info. Longsword. Neutral 1.
That was
Deal
a good
2 damage.
proc.
Gain 2 armor.
Bunch of Fury is good.
Melee basic attack. Longsword. Longsword. Player status. Heavy arm. Longsword. Shield throw. Character. End turn. Player energy. STR. 2. Enter. Shield throw. Longsword. Enemy has evaded this attack. You gain 2 armor stacks. Shield throw. Bonus. Enemy takes 7 damage. You gain shield throw enchantment. Character info. End turn. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy gained 2 anger stacks. Enemy playing cards. Buzz bite. You gained 1 infected stacks. Buzz bite. You gained 1 infected stacks. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. You gain 5 armor stacks. End turn. Character info. Shield throw. Longsword. Surge of strength. Block. Neutral 1. Gain 3 armor. Action. Block. Neutral 1. Block. Surge of strength. You heal 1 health. Block. Neutral 1. Block. You gain 3 armor stacks. Player status. Player's block. You gain 3 armor stat. Enter. Player show deck. Player health 70. Show deck. Player energy. STR 1. Enter. Character. Shield throw. Bonus. Enemy takes 11 damage. You gain shield throw enchantment. Next. Character info.
Block is actually a useful card in this kind of deck.
Next. You gain 2 gold. Skip rewards. Area status. Enemy status. Steady ground. STR 1. Gain 3 armor. Your next action this turn inflicts a critical hit. Action. Common. Armor. When dealt damage.
I like
Take 1
it.
less damage per stack of armor. Armor fades at the start of the turn. Critical hit. Critical hits deal double damage.
This works really well. Sets up pretty good for our shield throw. Gives us a critical opportunity. I like it.
Solid strike. STR 2. Deal 4 damage. On draw, inflict 4 brittle and increase this card's next damage by 6. Melee action. Headshot. STR 1. Deal 3 damage. Solid. Steady ground.
We'll
STR
take
1.
steady
Gain 3 armor.
ground.
Solid. Headshot. Add steady ground to deck. Exploration. Settings. Area status. Disturbed graves. Stacks 1 undead in the area gain. Settings. Areas. Restless ghoul brain. Skullwing moth the bone. Campsite a brief respite. Player gold 37. Campsite. Skullwing moth the bony. Skullwing moth the bone. Enemy gains disturbed graves enchantment. Enemy gains enraged enchantment. Enemy gains werebeast enchantment. Your turn. Shield throw. Imp STR 1. Surge of strength. Shield throw. Surge of strength. You heal 1 health. Shield throw. Imp ST. Steady ground. STR 1. Shield throw. Imp STR 1. Shield throw. Bonus. Steady ground. STR 1. Gain 3 armor. You gain 3 armor stacks. You gain steady ground and block. Neutral. Player status. Players block. Shield throw. Character info. End turn. Player energy. STR 2. Enter. Character. Shield throw. Block. You gain 3 armor stacks. Shield throw. Bonus. Enemy takes 12 damage. You gain shield throw enchantment. Character info. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy gained 2 anger stacks. Enemy playing cards. Buzz bite. You gained 1 infected stacks. Flyby. You block the damage. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. End turn. Character info. Shield throw. Bonus. Longsword. Longsword. Heavy armor. STR 1. This combat. Gain 5 armor at the start of the turn. You gain heavy armor enchantment. Shield throw. Longsword. Neutral. Longsword. Player status. Longsword. Shield throw. Character info. Shield throw. Bonus. Enemy has blocked this attack. You gain shield throw enchantment. Character info. End turn. You take 1 damage. Enemy turn. Enemy gained 2 anger stacks. Enemy playing cards. Flyby. You take 7 damage. Enemy gained 1 evasion stacks. Buzzbite. You gained 1 infected stacks. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. Character info. Shield throw. Surge of strength. You heal 1 health. Philosopher's Stone. Neutral 1. Longsword. Neutral 1. Shield throw. Longsword. Brace for impact. Bonus. Gain 4 armor. If the enemy is holding an attack, gain 8 armor. You gained 8 armor stacks. Longsword. Neutral 1. Deal 2 damage. Gain 2 armor. Player status. Heavy armor. Longsword. 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 Shield throw. Character info. End turn. Player energy. STR. 2. Enter. Character. Shield throw. Bonus. Int STR 1. Deal damage equal to your armor. 13. Flanking. Conjure a shield throw at the start of your next turn. App switcher. Direct top. Vertical. Headings. Volume. Audio. Speaking rate. 60%. 65%. 70%. Words. Character. Actions. Direct top. Vertical. Headings. Dawncaster. Active. Shield throw. Bonus. Dawncaster. Direct touch area. Use the rotor to enable direct touch for this app. Longsword. Neutral 1. Deal 2 damage. Gain 2 armor. Upgrade. Shield throw. Bonus. Int STR. Character info. End turn. Character. Shield throw. Bonus. Int STR 1. Deal. Character. End turn. Player energy. STR. 2. End turn. Character info. Shield throw. Longsword. Neutral 1. Deal 2 damage. The enemy has evaded this attack. You gain 2 armor stacks. Shield throw. Bonus. The enemy takes 15 damage. You gain shield throw enchantment. Next. Next.
There we go. Nice. Yep. Getting a little bit of better a better deck this time.
Show deck. Current cards in. Next. You gain 3 gold. Skip rewards. Area status. Disturb. Enemy status. Disturb great. Blast shield. STR 1. Gain 12 armor. Gain 5 stagger. Action. Common. Armor. When dealt damage. Take 1 less damage per stack of armor. Armor fades at the start of the turn. Enemy stat. Blast shield. STR 1. Gain 12 armor. Gain 5 stagger. Action. Common. Armor. When dealt damage. Take 1 less damage per stack of armor. Armor fades at the start of the turn. Blood for blood. STR 1. Draw a card. Convert its cost to blood and inflict bleeding equal to its cost. Charge it. Lunging strike. STR 1. Deal 5 damage. Enter steady stance. Melee action. Common. Stunned. Blood for blood. Lunging strike. STR 1. Deal 5 damage. Enter steady stance. Melee action. Common. Stunned. While stunned, cards cannot be played. Stun fades at the end of the turn. Steady stance. When you play a card that costs 3 or more energy, gain STR. Immunity to stun.
Give me a second.
App switcher. Volume. 100. Audio ducking. Audio. Speaking. Words. 15%. Adjustable. Lake waves. Swipe. App switcher. MyNoise. Act. Dawncaster. Active. Lunging strike. STR 1. Deal 5 damage. Enter steady app switcher. Dawncaster. Active. Direct tot. Vertical nav. Headings. Volume. Audio duck. Speaking rate. 70%. 65%. Words. Character. Actions. Direct tot. Vertical nav. Headings. Dawncaster. Active. Lunging strike. STR. Dawncaster. Direct touch area. Use the rotor to enable direct touch for this app. Blood for blood. Blast shield. STR 1. Gain 12 armor. Gain 5 stagger. Action. Common. Armor. When dealt damage. Take 1 less damage per stack of armor. Armor fades at the start of the turn. Stagger. At the start of your turn. Take damage equal to half your stagger. Then reduce your stagger by an equal amount.
This is a good one. The battle one. What's it called?
Enemy blast shield. Enemy status. Anger. Stack 6 increases the damage dealt by actions by 1 per stack of anger.
I just don't want to take all the loss from the stagger unless I can find a way to put that stagger on my opponent. But it's a really good armor card. Well, let's just see how much damage we can do with it.
Blast shield. STR 1. Enemy status. Blast shield. STR 1. Gain blood for blood. Lunging strike. Add blast shield to deck.
Well, give it a try.
Lunging. Add blast shield to deck. Exploration. Area status. Disturb graves. Settings. Area status. Mini boss abomination Asia. Campsite a brief respite from the restless ghoul brains. Player character. Use weapon pop. Show deck. Player health 60. Restless ghoul brain. Area status. Mini boss campsite a brief respite from the campsite a campfire a warm. Remove a card. Heal 20. Healed. You heal 14 health. Exploration. Area settings. Settings. Area status. A crimson graverer a suspicious figure. Restless ghoul brains. Mini boss abomination a shambling monster. Player gold 40. Mini boss abomination. Restless ghoul brains. Brains. Restless ghoul brains. Enemy gains disturbed graves enchantment. Enemy gains enraged enchantment. Enemy gains werebeast enchantment. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. Shield throw. Int STR 1. Deal damage equal to your armor. Character info. Shield throw. Bonus. Steady ground. STR 1. Gain 3 armor. Your next action this turn inflicts a critical hit. Block. Neutral. Block. Surge of strength. You heal 1 health. Longsword. +1. Area status. Disturb. Longsword. Block. Block. Neutral 1. Gain. Block. Neutral 1. You gain 3 armor stack. Block. Steady ground. STR 1. Gain 3 armor. You gain 3 armor stacks. You gain steady ground and shield throw. Bonus. Int STR. Enemy takes 12 damage. You gain shield throw enchantment. Character info. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy gain 2 anger stacks. Enemy playing cards. Vile bite. You block the damage. You gained 1 poison stacks. Vile bite. You take 6 damage. You gained 1 poison stacks. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. End turn. Character info. Shield throw. Longsword. Surge of strength. Gain ST. You take 1 damage. Philosopher stone. Neutral 1. Longsword. Neutral 1. Deal 2 damage. Gain 2 armor. Vigorating strike. Deal 3 damage. Finale. Inflict a deep wound and draw a card. Melee conjuration. Uncommon. Finale. Triggers when played with 2 or fewer cards. Longsword. Vigorating strike. Deal 3 damage. Finale. Inflict a deep wound and draw a card. Enemy takes 3 damage. Shield throw. Int STR. Area status. Disturb. Shield. Longsword. Shield throw. Character info. End turn. Player energy. STR. 2. End turn. Character info. Shield throw. Longsword. Neutral. Enemy takes 2 damage. You gain 2 armor stat. Shield throw. Bonus. Enemy takes 2 damage. You gain shield throw enchantment. Character info. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy gain 2 anger stacks. Enemy playing cards. Clawing strike. You take 6 damage. You take 8 damage. Vile bite. You take 9 damage. You gained 1 poison stacks. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. End turn. Character info. End turn. Player energy. End turn. Character info. Shield throw. Bonus. Longsword. Neutral. Heavy armor. STR1. This combat. Gain 5 armor. You take 1 damage. You gain heavy armor enchantment. Longsword. Longsword. Player status. Longsword. Shield throw. Character info. End turn. Player energy. STR1. End turn. Character. Shield throw. Enemy has blocked this attack. You gain shield throw enchantment. Character info. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy gain 2 anger stacks. Enemy playing cards. Clawing strike. You take 11 damage. You take 11 damage. Vile bite. You take 12 damage. You gained 1 poison stacks. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. You gain 5 armor stacks. End turn. Character info. Shield throw. Longsword. +1. Philosopher's Stone. Neutral 1. Conjure. Surge of Strength. Gain SDR. You take 1 damage. You heal 1 health. Longsword. Neutral. Shield throw. Int STR. Philosopher. Shield. Longsword. Shield throw. Philosopher's Stone. Shield throw. Int STR1. Deal. Break bonds. Cleanse all days. Dominated and pinned. Enter frenzied stance. Reliable. Longsword. New player status. Heavy. Longsword. Neutral 1. Break bonds. You gain frenzied stance enchantment. Longsword. Player status. Friends. Longsword. Shield. Longsword. Plus. Shield throw. Character info. End turn. Player energy. STR. 2. Enter. Character. Shield throw. Longsword. +1. Shield throw. Int STR. Longsword. Enemy takes 3 damage. You gain 3 armor stacks. Next. Show deck. Current. Next. You gain 2 gold. Skip rewards. Area status. Enemy status. First aid kit. Neutral 1. Conjured. Siphoning strike. STR 2. Deal 6 damage. Frenzy. Gain 10% of your maximum health. Melee action. Common. Stone strength. Life 1. Gain 2 anger. Return this to your hand after entering a stance. Action. Siphon. Stone strength. Life 1. Gain 2 anger. Return this to your hand after entering a stance. Action. Common. Add first aid. Add siphon. Add stone strength to deck. Exploration. Settings.
Stone
Area
strength
status.
is really
Disturbed graves.
good.
Stacks 1 undead in the area. Gain 1 anger for every grave you disturbed.
Don't know if it's going to help much.
Settings. Area stat. Mini boss abomination. Area stat. Settings. Area stat. Mini boss abomination. Campsite. A brief respite from the terrors of adventure. Campsite. A brief rest. Campfire. Remove a card. Heal 20%. You heal 14 health. Exploration. Opportunity treasure. Traps or treachery away. Opportunity bear trap. An ominous click warns you just remove a card. Remove a card. Continue. You take 10 damage. Bear trap. The claw snaps shut around your leg, leaving you with a lead. Exploration. Setting. Area status. Settings. Area status. Mini boss abomination. Crimson Graver Aces. Broken Grave and Old and Broken Gravestone. Player gold 42. Broken Grave and Old and Broken Tombstone. Broken Tombstone. Open the grave. Broken Tombstone. You dig into the shallow grave, quickly uncovering a small stash of items. Continue. Card added. Card obtained. Longsword. +1. Neutral 1. Deal star 3 star damage. Gain 3 armor. Upgradable. Melee basic. Philosopher. Heavy armor. Stash of weapons. New stash of weapons. Broken Tombstone as you pry the trinket from the muddy soil. An unsettling groan. Continue. Enemy gains Disturbed Graves enchantment. Enemy gains Enraged enchantment. Enemy gains Werebeast enchantment. Enemy gain 2 anger stacks. Your turn. You gain 3 pin stacks. Player status. Pinned. Area status. Disturbed Graves. Stack. Player status. Pinned. Stacks 3 while pinned. Blast shield. STR1. Gain character info. End turn. Player energy. STR 2. Enter. Blast shield. STR1. Gain 12 armor. Heavy armor. Disable. Blast shield. Character info. Blast shield. STR1. Gain 12 armor. Gain 5 stagger. Action. Character. Blast shield. STR1. Gain 12 armor. You gain 12 armor stacks. You gain 5 stagger stacks. Heavy armor. Longsword. Longsword. Shield throw. Bonus. Player status. Shield throw. Bonus. Enemy takes 12 damage. You gain shield throw enchantment. End turn. Player energy. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy gain 2 anger stacks. Enemy playing cards. Vile bite. You block the damage. You gain 1 poison stacks. Vile bite. You take 2 damage. You gain 1 poison stacks. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. You take 3 damage. End turn. Character info. Shield throw. Bonus. Surge of strength. Disable. I can't play this card right now. Surge of strength. Disable. Gain SDR and 1 health. Longsword. Block. Longsword. Player status. Poison. Stacks 2 after playing a card. Player status. Stagger. Stacks 2 at the start of player status. Pin. Stacks 2 while pin. Player status. Poison. Stacks 2 after longsword. +1. Neutral 1. Deal star 3 star damage. You take 1 damage. Enemy takes 3 damage. You gain 3 End turn. Player energy. STR 1. Show deck. Player health 3. Player health 3. Show deck. Player energy. STR 1. Enter. Character. Shield throw. Bonus. You take 1 damage. Enemy takes 3 damage. You gain shield throw enchantment. Character info. Surge of strength. Gain SDR and 1 health. Action. Common. You heal 1 health. Surge of strength. Character end turn. Player energy. STR 1. Enter. Character. Surge of strength. You heal 1 health. Longsword. Disabled. Character info. Longsword. Block. Neutral 1. Gain 3 armor. Player status. Stagger. Block. You gain 3 armor stacks. Longsword. Neutral 1. Deal 2 damage. Enemy takes 2 damage. You gain 2 armor stack. Player status. Pinned. Player stat. Character info. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy gain 2 anger stacks. Enemy playing cards. Clawing strike. You take 1 damage. You take 9 damage. You gain 8 Fatishirts. Defeat.
Not very
Score
good.
submitted. Your score of
Again,
3,552 has been submitted.
Just the enemies get such a power up with that werebeast buff. So
Your score of 3,000. Cancel. Confirm. Defeat. Bosses defeated. 0. Damage rank I. 15. 1. Versatility rank 3. Wealth rank 3. Malignance level. Time 0 hours. Total score 840. Fatishirts gained 8. Continue. New game.
super hard. Again, that is the weekly challenge. It's a really hard deck to run. That's all I can tell you. It's just really hard to run. It's really hard to stay within the parameters. You might want to try the one with the tower shield. It's a lot easier. But this is the weekly trial. It's called Captain Dawncaster. It's really fun. It's challenging. Again, it's a different way of playing, and I really like it because it gives you something really difficult to focus in on. But we saw some opportunities, so we might try it again in the future. But that's going to wrap it up for TCG Thursdays. Not a long episode. This is part 2. I've already done this. This is the second time I've done Captain Dawncaster, so I hope you enjoy. And again, rate the game 5 stars in the App Store. Put in your title, Game Double Tap told me to, or told you so, or told you to do it. And that's totally cool. Let them know where you found the game at. I really appreciate your likes. And of course, if you want to be really extra special as a Dawncaster, you can go ahead and subscribe to me. I'd really appreciate that. And I thank you so much. Take care.